different. The nurse does not need to speak. Excuse me.
Yeah, Aristotle.
Thank you. We understand where you're coming from, ma. But you have just nailed it now yourself that the magistrate can decide to write a report and say the case should be cast to be held in inquest, right? That is the fear of we the public that was making to say Baba should take the case direct to the court. And as you can see, that is really what the inquest are trying to plan, because not that the inquest case to court until the Attorney General has to reveal. Can we all have understanding of how this works? The Attorney General will have to review the findings. The Attorney General himself will have to review decide whether to file. The Attorney General we have to look at this. He has to look at it. Baba cannot just decide, okay, I want to move everything to the inquest. Now the sound is okay, I'm moving it. Come on now. Again, the Attorney General, the inquest hasn't concluded. And if the minister here is telling you otherwise, and I think he knows better than I do, then that's fine. Okay. Ma, to you right now, are you sorry, ma? I want to know, as in, are you from the lawyer side? Are you a lawyer, as in your field of study? Are you a lawyer? I am in camp. I reserve all that to myself. I'm sorry. No, we want to understand, because we need people with high understanding of what is happening inside the lawyer department. Because now, me, I'm not a lawyer. Everything you are saying, I know he's a lawyer, and I know all this thing. Everything he's saying is from his own side of the field, of the lawyer feed. That's why we were asking you. We want to know if that's your feed. Okay, if it's your feed, then we are meant to understand from your own perspective, but does not mean both of you are not saying something. So people even know why. In fact, when this case even go to the High Court, first of all, see if the corona
happiness. Shema continue. Odo Yikamuwa. Eshigoma.
Okay.
You giving us your own from your own field of study or perspective. We appreciate enlightening us about this, but we have seen so many cases of Mohbad type like this. For example, like Mohbad type like this that did not go to corona and they got justice anti Adedoyi, and they're able to get justice for the guy. Why Mohbad's case went to the corona is because just to find out what happened to Mohbad. So now we have found out now. Let them close the case. No, you haven't found out yet. First of all, hold on. I mean, first of all, an autopsy was done on Mohbad, right? I want to take you back to Genesis. We were told, according to the deceased wife, that the nurse killed Mohbad, right? Am I right? Okay. Now, autopsy and toxicology was carried on Mohbad. It was taken to NMS. You can say the NMS was in Houston. They have an office in Houston, and they also have an office in Pennsylvania. Okay? All right? So now, it came back. The main character is the nurse. They have to ask the nurse questions based. They have to interrogate. In fact, they have to talk to the doctor who carried out Mohbad's toxicology. They also need to talk to the nurse. Nurse, this is what we find in Mohbad's toxicology. What did you do? What happened? The nurse will have to speak. Isn't it? The nurse hasn't spoken. Right? They have... Okay. All right. Thank you.
No, we are listening. We are listening, ma. Go ahead. We are listening to you. Go ahead.
You know, this is a lot. There is a lot attached to this. You can't just move, you can't just move an inquest suddenly, to the High Court, with your power. This has to go to the general. The Attorney General will review it and see, can we even move this case to the High Court? The Attorney General will decide to move it if the inquest, if maybe there are new findings, maybe the inquest, in fact, it can even decide, in fact, the High Court might even decide to say that, okay, we want another review on Mohbad's case, another investigation on Mohbad's case, all right? Then another investigation will start again, as directed by the High Court. So all this that is going back and forth, I don't get it, and I'm sorry, I don't want to be, antagonizing him because he's a lawyer, so I just want to give all the credit to him. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma. But as it is right now, guys, the truth still remains that with the way the inquest has been going, I don't know if it's from my own layman level, but me, I feel like even the judge, the magistrate judge, she's not even concerned about bringing out the nurse to the public. Because the last time we checked, we tried to say, bring the nurse. The woman said the nurse should be brought. When they said they should bring the nurse not come, she not come inquest. They shifted to Prime Boy. Prime Boy talk finished. Spending finished. The nurse and the nurse. With the one day for the nurse again, the nurse still change mouth. The nurse see nurse. Nurse not come. The time nurse supposed to come, she not come. And the manager no ask of nurse. Are we the one to start telling the court what they should do? They're not bringing the nurse to book. They're not now. This inquest not the last time where they stopped inquest before this one. So they said the inquest not finished without the nurse. The judge said, the magistrate said the inquest has finished. Before Baba went and filed again that they should continue the inquest with the intent that the nurse was going to be brought out. But along the line, they continued the inquest. It was somebody else they brought to come and speak.
Ayaminka, now let me tell you why. There are some individuals, okay? Hold on, Ayaminka. And I'm not shy to say this. There are some individuals who are protecting the image of whoever nurse that they said came to treat Mohbad. Now, let's ask ourselves this question. Was there ever a nurse? Was there ever a nurse? And if there is a nurse, why is there so much protection on the nurse? Because once there is a nurse, let's all accept there is a nurse. And once the nurse speaks, whoever will go down on this case will go down. Once the nurse gets to that inquest and speaks, we will see a new turn on Mohbad's case. And I'm telling you right now, once the nurse speaks, we will see a new turn on Mohbad's case. That's why they are preventing the nurse and whoever that has been paid. They have paid some people to come on TikTok and whatever, whoever, they are preventing this nurse from getting to the inquest. And it is a shame. And I am disgusted and it is embarrassing. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam Adedoyin. But as it is right now, as a field of study or because of study now, what is your take on this year? What should be our resolution for this year on this movement? Should we are you of the opinion that we continue inquest and kingdom come? Are you on the because we all know that the inquest can be done in that 1 year, and they would have brought everybody, but it seems like nothing of such is going on. It's going to happen. So, yeah. So are you so we continue this drama of until this year finishes? Because we want a new, fresh page to be opened, and the public has taken a very wonderful step by writing out, suing Wumi and everyone in the house that we are able to lay our finger on. Now, what do you think should be done from the lawyer team that call themselves lawyer team of Baba? What should Mr. Aloba do this year? So far as we know as a public, Wumi came out on 28 or 29th. She said, let Baba come and challenge her that he has met her for DNA. Even when they went to DNA court and come back, Baba has not reached out to her. Come, let's go and do the DNA.
Ayamika, do you know why I laugh? You don't know what is going on. I'm sorry. Why they are challenging Mr. Loba to come out and speak is because he has been told not to speak on the DNA. If Mr. Loba had come out when he was challenged to speak, if he had come out to speak, he would have been jailed. Order, yeah. I think Mr. Lawyer here, I think he left. Okay, maybe he would have been able to, to help us with that. If Baba had come out to speak, Mr. Loba would have gone down. It was a bait set for him because he has been ordered not to speak about the DNA. If Mr. Loba had come out, if he had spoken about the DNA, maybe he would have been angry, then he would have spoken. If he had spoken, then he would have gone down. I think we need to understand what is going on here. We need to sit down and people that call themselves lawyers, please, when you come on TikTok, educate people in a more educative way. Please, I beg you. Mr. Loba would have gone down. Now, when it comes to what does Mr. Loba needs to do? What he needs to do, there is nothing that can be done now until the inquest is over. There's nothing that can be done. Seriously, I am really telling you the truth. There's nothing. He can't do nothing. All he needs to do is to keep quiet. Don't talk about what the court gave you an order not to talk about. Simple. He needs to keep himself from trouble. Don't talk about what you don't need to talk about. No matter how aggravated, no matter who aggravates you, keep quiet and don't talk about it.
Ma, please, are you saying this from a primary source of information, or you're just suspecting?
No,
because is your son that by now? I don't understand. Is it? Are you saying this that Baba has been? Oh, Baba has been told not to talk, and Wumi is still coming up to say talk. Then, what should have taken him down?
Okay, Mr. Loba. Okay, hold on. I am Mr. Loba.
Okay, please, ma. Please clear up.
Now, okay, thank you, ma'am. Mr. Loba has been told not to talk about the DNA or not to, talk about this, right? If he comes out, because we do not know what was discussed, right? If he comes out and he talks about this, don't you think he's going to be going against the rule that was given to him? So now, if hold on, please, Ayamika. If Mr. Loba comes out tomorrow and say, okay, well, now you said the deceased wife came out and said Baba should challenge me. So you want Mr. Loba to come out and challenge us? Okay, no, it's true. Don't you think Mr. Loba coming out would have spilled a lot with that anger? So the best thing for him to do is to be quiet. He knows what he's doing. Okay, sometimes I go against him, sometimes I support him. But in this case, yes. Now, when it comes to what does Mr. Loba needs to do, or what he needs to do is to continue to be proactive. Talk about the death of his son. Seek justice. He should seek justice without stepping on people's toes. He should talk about the death of Mohbad. I want justice for my son. He should be proactive. Stage, conferences. Talk about. I think he should use this opportunity to start talking. He should talk, but talk without stepping on toes. Talk without, and before you come out to speak, talk with your lawyer. Let them look at what you need to talk about before you come on TikTok. I think it needs to be more proactive. Be more proactive. Don't talk about what you were told not to talk about in court. Stay away from that. Stay away from the DNA until the DNA is done. Even after the DNA is done, if you were told not to talk about it, they don't talk about it.
Sorry, ma, please, can the court, lawyers in the building, can the court command the father of a deceased who is seeking for his son's DNA, his grandchild DNA? Can court tell him not to speak about it?
Well,
do we have any possibility, ma?
Well, Ayamika, now, as we all know, this boy Liam, hold on now, this boy Liam has been talked about in so many ways, right? Now, the mother went to court and she said, well, Baba said this, Baba told Guresi this, Baba, and I think, I'm not with any paper now, so I cannot really, I cannot say things that are not, that is not right. Right? Who knows what the court said? Who knows? We don't know. And I do not think, whether the court cautioned Baba or not, I don't think Mr. Loba should talk about the DNA for now until the DNA is done.
About the DNA, right?
Even after the DNA is done, even if the baby is not for the deceased, don't talk about it. Seriously. Coming to the public and announcing, okay, well, it's not my son's, it's not my son's child, the boy, we don't have this bow-legged leg. It's not worth it. There's no need to talk about that. That is not what killed Mohbad. The DNA issue is different from the death of Mohbad. Okay? And that is what I believe.
Thank you very much. Thank you. You heard what she said. Our sister up there said that Baba could have been told not to speak about the DNA as a father or as a grandfather to the person, to the child they want to do DNA for. Now, our question is there any possibility for the court to order you as a person, as a father and the person demanding for DNA not to speak about it? What does the DNA has to do with telling the Baba not to speak about it? Like, I want to understand, because there is a lot of fear. Right now, the last time I met with Guresi and Baba, Mohbad don't enter their body. They use their mouth. They spill their own secret out. Baba, at that moment, may not be aware of Guresi's plan, but Guresi make it clear that they are going this out. They have agreed to sit down and do the DNA, but they will not come and tell the public. But it's not the judge that is giving them that order. It is what they want, based on the father of Mohbad, Guresi, and Wunmi and her team. It's what they are planning to do. So now we are hearing that the judge could possibly tell them, and that is why Baba is not coming out to speak. So please, let's hear from your own side, sir. Thank you.
I mean, let me go straight like this. Number one, how are they doing? The name under my profile is not Mr. Lawyer. And when next you call me dad, I'm going to have issue with you. Having said that,
Okay. Hold on,
cases,
please. Hold on.
Cases,
Aristocrat.
Hold on for
I want
what?
to address you.
I will pass a message. Don't address me. I will pass a message.
Aristocrat.
Yes.
Is that your name? Your name is Aristocrat. Am I right? 1 minute. Okay, I want to address you now. Okay, and I will be very, very respectful by putting a Mr. Aristocrat.
No. I only told you. Don't refer to me.
Hold on, sir.
That is not. Don't address me. Let me answer what I want to answer. I'm not asking you any question.
Hold on.
Don't address me. Don't address me. I did not ask you a question. I didn't ask for your address. I didn't ask you a question.
Mr. Aristocrat, I don't know you.
Address.
I don't know you, and I don't want to know you.
Don't
okay? You understand that?
As Mr. Lawyer. Simple. Call me by the name you see. Simple. As ABC.
Minded only, please, ma'am. All right. I apologize. I apologize if I address you, Mr. Lawyer.
Any further discussion regarding that?
Because I was talking about saying that. I apologize if I address you, Mr. Lawyer. Thank you.
Please. Refer to me with the name we see. that doesn't need any further explanation. It's a simple thing. To what you were saying, I for one, I am not interested in the DNA case because I see the DNA case as a civil matter. If it was the police that pick up paternity matter as one of their cardinal area for investigation on the murder case of Mohbad, then I will take liberty to comment in that regard. But if it is something that has to do with a civil case, it doesn't concern me, really. And I don't see it for anybody to have concern in it, because it is not a public case of any form. Mm-hmm. It is a paternity case within the family. So whether any party decides not to talk about it, not to give information about it, it is their prerogative. It's as simple as that. But if it is part of the police criminal investigation, that will have been, a better way for you to look at it. Now, let's look at things under normal circumstance. Because it is a paternity case, and because it involves an infant, and because it involves individual, it is always right for the matter to be between the parties involved. Because you are dealing with a baby or a minor that you don't know what will happen in the future. So you keep it as such. Now, also, there is this unwritten rule: matters that are already in court are not supposed to be deliberated on, especially by the parties in the case, because it will be subjudicial. And because already you've taken the matter to court. So if you want to discuss anything, you go and discuss it in the court. You go there and discuss it. If you had wanted to be talking outside, you ought not to take it to court in the first place. It's like in the olden days, you go to the Bale or the king or the council of chiefs to resolve a matter. And after you took the matter there, you still take it to the street to be discussing it. It is wrong. You have taken it there because you trust in the strength of the court that you've taken it. You allow it to be there. And you need to understand the confidentiality behind it, understanding that you are dealing with an infant. And I think whether the court says A or B, these are the ethics of those cases. Now, if Mr. Aloba or Umi want to come out and talk about it, it will be counterproductive because the judge is going to sanction them. You brought the case to the judge, so what are you discussing outside? And don't forget that one of the Egbe Afenifere did come and say that even the commentaries outside with regards to the paternity case worked against Mr. Joseph Aloba when they resumed the court. Because the other side went to gather materials from social media, etc., and presented it to the court that the matter is in front of you, your lordship, and these people have gone outside to be discussing it and making judgment. And the judge was angry. And it's almost worked against them. So I think their experience with that will have taught them that this is not like the one of Mohbad that is yet to go to court, or that is a criminal matter, which is a public matter that will be prosecuted by an institution of the state, So this is between the two of you, so you need to keep it at that. If at the end of the day they do the result and they agree to publish it, it's the agreement. But the court will have done its job. The job of the court is to mediate. And I think in this case, as it were, just as taking a cue from what Barrister Odumosu said the last time he came to the public, was that they are looking for where to do the test. And when they get a date, And when they get the date, they will communicate to the party to bring the sample, and they will all go and do their test. I think that is where he said it was. Now, if Wumi Fuse goes on a platform and tell her follower, hey, this is where we want to go and do the test to, it is left for her. If Mr. Joseph Aloba or any member of the Aloba family comes out and say, hey, this is what is left for them, but I believe they will have been cautioned. So it is, the courts don't need to tell you. They've already seen the position of the court, and it has kind of worked against them when they just go about opening their mouth and giving inferences, innuendos, assumptions, and people are helping them to create it. It will not be in their interest because it will be counterproductive. You understand what I mean? And also for me, what I will tell the public is this. The paternity matter, as they call it DNA matter, is a civil matter. It's not a public matter like the one the state is prosecuting on the homicide case of Mohbad. No, it's a civil matter. Civil matters are between civil parties, and it is between them. And when your case is in court, it's not, it will be prejudicial for you to be going about, say, talking about it. Even when you see on radio station, media houses, when lawyers are asked to talk about some cases in court, the lawyer will say, I don't want to talk about this case. The lawyer will do everything possible not to be pushed into that, spare where you'll be discussing the matter that is in court. You don't do that. You leave that to the court. And if at the end of the court, any member of the family is not, any member of the parties that went to court is not satisfied with the judgment, there are other processes to follow. You understand what I mean? But already this case is in the court, and I think people should allow the court to take its usual course. If the family, as they have agreed, since the mother of the baby have agreed to do the test, and the matter don't have to go for trial, when they eventually agree to do their test and they get their results, whatever the results is, if they do not want to come out to tell anybody, it is their prerogative. I don't think anybody should crucify them for that in any way. You understand what I mean?
Yes, sir.
So that is what I would say generally about the paternity matter.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Sir, one more for you, sir, before you either you stay with us a little or you move, sir. Sir, concerning this year now, we have entered a new year. We so far so good. We've not really had that Baba is going to do this. It's only the public that have taken one or two steps within these few days. Now, sir, from your own office, what do you think? Advise the public, advise or encourage us on what we can do to support the public on what they have been doing. What again do you think we can put in place to make these people, because so far so good, when you check this, you realize that even the government are not even giving them like about how we the public feel anymore because this Mohbad case, because they feel like they have superseded or they have over, they've hold us down. So, sir, please, what do you think should be our first resolution for this year as a public and a supporter of good thing, of true justice? What do you think we should do from the public's part? Thank you, sir.
All right, this is what I will say, and I've been saying this for the upturn time. Public, number one, in 2025, public need to understand its role in this whole matter. Public must understand their role in this matter. And public should focus on what is important and leave all forms of noise and distractions. Now, we've all seen how things have went since the body was exhumed in October 2023 until now. We've seen what was reported, what was not reported, facts that were coming in, all the assumptions, all the creation of stories of people that don't even know anything about what is going on, and things that were said and not said. We've all seen it. But as the public, because the death of Mohbad is a state persecuted matter, and the state is doing it in trust for the public. Therefore, the state have opportunity, the public have opportunity to hear their view on this matter, views on this matter. Now, the public should assume its role by not being a fan of anybody. The public should be is
hold
to
on,
be
sir.
its
Sir,
own
let me
fan.
clap for you, sir. Sir, hold on, let me clap for you, sir. You've just made...
Thank you. So the public should be its own fan by the virtue of this is a criminal matter that is setting precedents, and since the death of Mohbad, tens or hundreds of people have died. Maybe in like some, since the death of Mohbad, some young chaps have also been bullied or have been oppressed by the same industry or scheme or other industry. Since the death of Mohbad, women have been raped, young girls have been raped. Since the death of Mohbad, armed robbers have been working. So the truth of the matter is, fighting for justice in this matter is simply for us to have a precedence of a society that takes crime serious, adjudicate things rightly, and whoever that head is punished. That is the system every one of us is trying to get. So the public should focus on this. Focus. I will always say, I don't have business with Mr. Loba. He is just a concerned party to the death of his son. Because it's a felony, as a public, I am concerned. Because they